Wake up, buy here, pay here people. It's a beautiful day. Go grab yourself another cup of joe and say hello to Jim and Michelle Rhodes on the Buy Here, Pay Here morning show. Take it away, you two.
Good morning. It looks like we got everybody on. Hello, everybody.
Wow, good morning.
I don't know how that happened. Hey, welcome, everybody. We're so glad to have you all. I'm going to add one more of our guests first thing this morning on, since we've already got you on. I'm hearing still a lot of background stuff, so I'm just going to do some mute. Oh, there we go. So it is a special day.
It
you
is.
Scoot in here, honey,
Yeah,
because no one can see your mug.
Okay.
It's like there, we have to kind of be watching.
I gotta
right
be.
there. Yeah,
I gotta be on the screen
and
the microphone. Yeah, there we go.
So
welcome everyone.
Yeah, today is today marks a really special occasion for us, and I'm going to retell the story about how this started, and we were thinking about how do we end the year, and, what can we do and who can we invite, and just kind of like a recap. And then Jim started going through our YouTube recordings, and he's like, honey, this is going to be our 100th episode. And I was like, yes.
Happens to be the last show of the year, so that's a weird coincidence.
Exactly. So. And so the story about how we started, Jim and I, we had recently gotten the podcast equipment, and we have a sponsor for our other podcast, and Neo. And so we were, working on it and just kind of playing around with it one Saturday afternoon, and we thought, we're like, this sounds really good. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot of fun. And then I leaned in. I wish we had recorded this. It would have been really great. But I said, hey, honey, why don't we do a morning show? And he goes, that's a great idea. So the next morning, I wrote some notes down. The next morning, I designed the artwork for it. We found a platform, and we started on the following Wednesday. So it was just like boom, boom, boom. And, here we are, 100th episode. And we started in May.
And one of these days we're going to start having fun. So
we already have a lot of fun. So we have some fun stuff that we have a lot of people that are going to be swinging in. And Tommy, it looks like I'm having a hard time bringing you in. So we've got two groups of people, and we wanted to just have some of the people that have been a part of what we have done. And Tommy, we got to have you on here. So
Tommy, you got to be here.
Let's get that. Tommy's been on many times, and we owe an awful lot to Tommy, because he was like the first person that we went, hey, can we broadcast live to
the success group? And I've known Tommy for 20 plus years. I expected him to say no, but to our surprise, he said, yeah, go ahead. And so we were able to reach an audience of Buy Here, Pay Here folks, and we've been doing it ever since.
So kind of what we wanted to do, guys, is, and you're probably, those of you who are on the screen with us are like, why the heck are we here? Except that we just thought, let's invite people. Let's have some fun. Is that we kind of wanted to, it's the end of the year, and that's like a milestone for a lot of things, not just our 100th episode and all of that. And the people that we've asked to join us are all, you're important people in our space, and people that really are influencers, and people that have something important to say.
And not to mention that we just like you.
Yeah, we just.
So there's that too.
And so those of you who have been on the show that are not going to be here today, it's not because we don't like you.
It's because we only have so much room in the stream. So,
So what we wanted to do is with everybody that's here, is to give everybody an opportunity to just, we're going to start with this, what our favorite part of this year was, and what we're looking forward to most for next year. And so that we can all kind of get a little bit of a taste of 2022 for us. I'll start me. 2022 was really a great year. Morning show, lots of good stuff. Really excited to look back. And there are times that we've gone, just aren't moving. We aren't, we're not getting closer to the ball. And then I have to step back and take a, 30,000 foot view. And I go, oh yeah, we have done a lot. So don't stop beating myself up. But I wanted to show something, which was my absolute all-time favorite part of this last year.
I've been meaning to tell our listeners that they can kind of stay tuned in for subliminal messages throughout our show. I've started to do that. I didn't even share with Michelle some of these subliminal messages that I have installed in the morning show. No, it's not that. It's like, on Wednesday we do White Hat Way, and I don't know if anybody's paid attention, but if you spell White Hat Way backwards, it's Yata Itawa, which is Swahili for join your state association. You didn't know that, did you?
I did
White
not.
Hat Way spelled backwards in Swahili is join your state association.
I had no idea that.
So
you
I've been slipping subliminal stuff on people. I felt compelled to share.
So that was my favorite for
that was a good one.
Yeah. And then we're really, really looking forward to a lot of growth with Buy Here, Pay Here TV this year.
Yeah, we got to bring in Anna Maria and Dave. I think Anna Maria is muted. Right here. So Dave popped in. Dave is our COO and is very much a part of what we do. And we just, at this close of the year, we just want to take a moment to bring those folks in, make sure you see their shining faces. Anna Maria's maybe not camera ready this morning in Florida. So, but she's so talented, and she's, we might just to give people a feel for her talent, if you wouldn't mind playing that Nation TV stinger thing.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
so
this
fun.
right here. Thank you so
Yeah. That's just part of what Anna Maria does for us.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. So Dave, welcome.
Good morning.
Have you jump in and say hello? And
okay.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, Dave, favorite thing for the year. What's been your favorite thing that's happened this year?
Well, obviously coming out for the no audio live show. That was the best part.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
First 7 minutes were in sign language. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That might have been a few stressful moments of our lives, but it was a great event. It was great to meet everyone.
There's Tommy.
That was my most fun so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was he's referring to the town hall in Pennsylvania. So when we kicked off, we thought everything was rough, good. Everything looked green on our side, and nobody could hear us. So that's what happened. And so, Andrew, what about you? Welcome to the show.
You got me?
Oh, Anna Maria.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Hey, what was your favorite thing for this year?
Oh, gosh, there's been a lot of fun things on the show and a lot of information that dealers and dealership employees have been able to take away from it and use in the dealership. But what I would consider is admiring your consistency and your determination and your discipline in all of the different plans and visions that you have created and that the team has helped bring to life. But watching the two of you spend painstaking hours with all of your sticky note boards and all the strategy and the thought and the passion that the two of you put into it, and the authenticity that you have has been the most refreshing and the thing I've admired most.
Thank you.
Thank you. The consistency of Michelle. She drags me to the microphone every morning by my feet. And so, yeah, that's part of what happened.
This morning, he's like, should I wear pants?
Yeah, right.
And did he?
Yeah. They're sweatpants.
We don't know. Let's leave it a mystery.
So, yeah, it doesn't have to be about us. I just want to know, because, I mean, you guys are all like out there and you're busy. And so, Dave and Anna Maria, thank you very, very much. And Tommy, now that you're here and you were like one of the people that really thank you for helping us get this all started. What's been your favorite thing for the year for you?
Just seeing the excuse me, good morning, everybody. Just seeing the show evolve. You know, when you started talking to me about it, I was going, 3 days a week, really? That's like a lot. I'm like, maybe 1 day a week will work, but no, 3 days is. I mean, you can do 5 now with what everybody's on there. So it's been pretty awesome. So the technical difficulties must be my jinx because I'm having them this morning in Quakertown. So black cloud over Quakertown.
It looks like you're broadcasting from a dark closet. It looks like you black screen there. So,
Yeah.
So thanks for tuning in. One of my favorite memories from the years, Tommy, certainly from the show, was having you on June 1st to celebrate your 30th anniversary and Buy Here, Pay Here. So that was a cool moment.
Yeah, that kind of was a highlight, I guess, if I have to think back and having Rick on there and everything. Yeah, it's been a wild ride for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We've had a lot of fun. I'm seeing new faces pop in on the screen. I see Jared Halstead. Oh, look, there's another hat coming in on the screen. So, and I got a couple of quick announcements. One, this is the last broadcast in this time slot. Starting next year, we're moving it back 2 hours. So we'll be at 11 Eastern going into 2023.
And that's because Michelle, even though we were on East Coast time for so long, I don't like getting up at 5:30.
Yeah.
Does not make me happy.
Right.
Now that we're going to be home basing it out of Utah. Yeah.
Yeah. So. And plus, and Jared was our only listener from west of the Rockies. So that was also a factor, so.
we did a vote and it was like, overwhelmingly. Scott Allen, thanks so much for joining us. What was your favorite thing for this year? And it doesn't have to be about the show, but what was something that you really liked about 2022?
Shoot, we muted.
Scott, you're muted.
That's what happens in the virtual.
There you go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you guys. First of all, congratulations on your 100th episode. It's just so happens to end on almost the last day of the year. So you kick off next year with 101. I think that's awesome. Brought my cup of Joe.
Nice.
So settled in. Anyway, so my favorite thing I think that happened for me this year is obviously my opportunity to serve as president of the NIADA starting in June, which culminating in my travels around the country to many state conventions, getting the opportunity to meet members from all over the country, industry partners, and all the stakeholders. I think that was probably one of the most, and still continues today. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's probably the funnest thing that happened for me this year.
That's there got to be just like 3 listeners who wouldn't know that Scott is our current chairman of the board at NIADA, and we happen to have his successor also, Gordy. We'll get a chance to talk to Gordy here in a moment. But yeah, Scott, you're in the middle of your tenure, and I think your tenure wraps up in June. What a year it's been. A lot of great things have happened. A lot of real important shifts at NIADA, and we're pleased to watch what's happening and pleased to contribute anywhere we can.
No, I really appreciate that. I feel the same, and I look forward to the next 6 months. It's going to be a great thing for the entire industry. So
yeah, and one of the things. I just got to quickly mention that it's wonderful to have on the board folks who are in the buy here, pay here space, because we recognize NIADA is also serving independent retail. And so we've got both, Scott as a current chair and Gordy as the incoming chair, being buy here, pay here folks. So we love that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, and I'm a small dealer from Texas. And so for me to have this opportunity is really quite amazing. And
Well, again, we appreciate your service at the national level and enjoying what we're seeing out of that. So again, thanks for joining. We appreciate you being here. And it was fun having you on the show. Whenever that was a while back, it was fun having you in. Why don't we, let's ask Gordy. He's the successor. Gordy, look, we got no technical problems so far. Gordy has been with us 3 times, and I think every time we've either had a cord unplugged or
we've had to redo things.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many times.
So
Gordy,
yeah,
it's because the universe wants us to spend more time with you.
That's exactly what.
Honestly, I've just got issues, so they come across on the internet. Apparently,
what it is. Sun's yeah. I get it. Well, welcome. We've enjoyed having you on. And Gordy's somebody that I actually knew as a dealer for 20 plus years. We date back many years. And so, yeah, glad to see you, Gordy. And we appreciate your willingness, obviously, to step into leadership at the National Association as well. And we know where your heart is as far as buy here, pay here is concerned.
Yes. Yeah. It's quite an honor to be considered for that position. It really is. And to be able to kind of be an industry spokesperson, as it were. And so, and to be a buy here, pay here dealer on top of that, well, that's all the better.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, we look forward to having you and a lot of the NIADA leadership on the show throughout 2023 at a more reasonable time slot.
For all and me.
Yeah.
Okay, for me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So
Brent.
we need to bring a few of you out of the stream as we.
So you
but
guys
you
can
can
go
still
ahead
listen
and drop out. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate it. Brent Carmichael, we you've been on the show once, but we've done an awful lot with you on the Tote the Note podcast, and I'm grateful that you would pop in and join us. What's been your favorite thing for the year? Oh, you're muted. Ruh-roh. Brent Carmichael, I have no audio.
I'll just tell them what I think your favorite thing was. It would have been your appearance on the morning show, obviously.
That.
So,
yeah.
What's going on with that?
I don't know, Brent. You're just
How about now?
Now I can.
Nice.
Yeah, there you are.
I was doing a bunch of Zooms yesterday, so sometimes my microphone doesn't switch over to the next available. But yes, Jim, you are correct. Being on your podcast and being on the morning show was my highlight of the year. It truly was.
Thank you.
I mean that sincerely. So, but non-show related, let me put it that way. I'm going to sound kind of strange, but it was kind of nice for the groups that I moderate to kind of be back to full travel. 2020 and 2021, obviously with the travel restrictions, not a lot of people could either attend meetings or were canceled. And 2022 was kind of a normal year, I guess, from a group side. So it was good to have everybody back at the table, everybody kind of getting together again. So from that standpoint, that was probably the highlight of the year, because again, have the greatest job in the world. So, and again, congratulations on the 100 episodes. And like I said to you guys, I'm just honored and humbled that you would include us in anything, the podcast or the morning shows at all. So we greatly appreciate it. Appreciate what you do for the industry. So thank you very much.
We need at least one smart guy on the screen when we
wait, honey,
You've got Tim and you've got Scott and you've got Gordy. So I think you've got the smart, and nothing against Brett or Jared. I'm just saying.
No, I just mean on
an IQ level there. Some of us guys that are former dealers are going to be closer to the bottom of the list, I think.
Okay, we'll see about that. No, I got to say, Brent, we also are doing an event on March 30th. Brent has agreed to come and co-host with us on March 30th an event around blue sky, creating profit and value in a buy here, pay here business. And so we did a podcast on that 3-part series that was quite popular and
YouTube
and it's out on YouTube. But because of the popularity of that, we just can bring an entire day long live broadcast in March, and Brent's going to join us for that. So we appreciate you participating in that, Brent. We know there's going to be a lot of great information come out of that, but we also need to look. We got Tim Lawrence all the way from California. He told me, he said I'll be in my kitchen if that's okay. I said that's where I expect you to be at 6:30 in the morning.
And if kids are like running around behind you because it's like, good morning, Dad. Yep. That's okay too.
Yeah, of course. That's part of the way it works. Good morning, Tim. What's
your favorite in 2022, Tim?
Probably the favorite moment was at the NIADA. We went through this transition over the years of constantly trying to educate people on what lease here, pay here is. And there was this sort of inflection point where dealers were coming up to us, and instead of asking, what is that? What are you guys doing? What is this? It was, hey, that's something I've already been thinking about. What do I need to do?
Right.
And that transition was just monumental for us because we had been working so hard to try to put education content out there. This is really fun and exciting. And we all went back, our whole team, to our office in San Diego and high-fived and chest bumped. And it was pretty cool.
Nice. So those who don't know, Tim is the CEO of LHPH Capital, which means he's in lease here, pay here. And we certainly, Tim, want you to be part of our conversations going forward. We want dealers out there to be aware of what the options are in leasing. And so, plan to be part of the conversation that, and the show will now be going at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Pacific in 2023. So a much more sensible time for you.
Yeah, you see, it's still dark out where I'm at.
Still dark here too.
Yeah.
So
we're in Utah.
Totally All right, Brett.
Yeah, Brett Buick.
Brett, we're so glad that you could be here with us. And
me too. Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. And you're another one of these people that do an awful lot of travel. It's where in the world is Brett Buick? You need to get like a Carmen Sandiego hat. And
theme music. Maybe I'll have Anna Marie make me a little blog.
Ooh, she's really good at that.
Yeah, there you go.
And some of my favorite things from 2022 would also include, Brett, like your fundraiser event, Brett, was outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it went really good. And I mean, this whole year has kind of been, just that type of year from start to finish. There was a lot of things going on, at Buckeye, which kept me very busy all year. And just like you guys, it's all about just, putting out content and, trying to be helpful. And, I've been really putting it out there for the last 2 years. And this year it was like all of a sudden, I know everybody on this screen now.
Yeah.
And,
isn't that great?
And people know who you are. And then all of a sudden the state associations don't want you to just show up as a vendor. They want you to speak. And then you're getting invited on people's morning shows and your network grows and then, clients become friends. And 22 was just, it was a huge year for Brett. It was a really huge year, for Buckeye Brett. I mean, I can Google myself now. It's all about just putting massive amount. Yeah. Just tons and tons of content out there and, trying to be helpful in any way that you can, to people. And like you said, just, doing your job, but also trying to add value to the industry. And this year was the year for me where it was like I kind of felt like I had finally earned a seat at the table. So it was, it was a good year. Yeah.
It was, and I conceded at some point in the year the Ironman competition to you, but that's not necessarily from the morning show. That was on Facebook. We had Ironman is about ironing boards and ironing shirts on the road. And
wait, I got
she's
something.
got something
wait,
to share
hold,
on that.
Hold, wait, right here. This.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah.
It's a good setup there.
Us podcasting from the road. I think this was Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And Michelle being resourceful and creating an on-the-road studio.
He hops in the shower, and when he gets out, he's like, "Oh,
yeah,
looks like we're, doing a podcast."
So
people pay good money for those stand-up desks like that.
Yeah, right. If that's true. Yeah, look at that.
It adjusts too to whatever height
exactly.
you really, really need.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Brett, and all
that you guys do very much.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks so much. I'm going to take a couple of you and put you in the back so we can get a few other people. Our screen only allows for so many, so
you'll still be able to listen in on the show. And by the way, don't go away. We've got a surprise, a mystery guest at the end of the show. It's somebody you know from the industry, but probably not in this way. Okay, so stay tuned for that at the end of the show.
It's a mystery.
Yeah. So thanks again for those of you who's chimed in. Who are you going to invite in next there?
I'm looking. We've got.
Be prepared when you invite Jared.
Okay, Jared.
The wheels are going to come
Jared
off.
Halst. Wheels are coming off. Jared, you muted, so you need to fix that a little bit. All right.
I'm trying to shop. How is everyone?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for coming. We've so enjoyed getting to know you and spent some time with you in Arizona back in October, and of course at the Super Forum as well. So yeah, we love all the things you're doing for the industry out there, part of the board as well. So what was your favorite memory from 22?
Well, for my ego, it was winning the Arizona Dealer of the Year. That was pretty cool. But for my heart, it was watching the President's Council come together and the training we had before the Buy Here Pay Here Forum, watching all the states come together and really, you guys were talking about your last podcast, unity, watching the states become united, watching NIAVA become united, and now being a part of that, being elected to be on the board.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, we've definitely enjoyed having you on. I remember when we had you on, the subject line said "Yeehaw."
Yeah.
Coming to the show. So
well, now that Wild Bill's here, I'm the second best looking guy on the podcast in the black hat. We got Wild Bill over there. So
that's awesome.
That's
a good question. My chicken coop has 4 doors, so why is it not a coop?
Say it again.
Your chicken coop has 4 doors, so why
but it's not a chicken coop?
Because it's wait.
It's a chicken sedan.
Chicken sedan. There you go.
There you go. That's the best I got from this country boy.
I know, right? Exactly. Love it. I'm going to ask a favor for those that we've taken out of the stream. If you could actually drop off, because we've got more people that want to get in, but I can apparently only hold 12 people. So we've got a couple of people that I wanted to be able to bring in. So if you have the opportunity, if you want to pop on out, so that way we can get a couple of these extras in, that would be fantastic. All right. Bill, we're holding on to you in a minute. So hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got you, Bill.
All right. Amanda Sanchez, unmute
Amanda's
yourself and let's talk to Amanda about what's been your favorite thing for this year.
Good morning, guys. Congratulations on the 100th episode. The timing of this could not be better, more perfect with the end of the year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Weird.
Thank you.
So for me, I think the biggest, my favorite thing was I got up on the stage at the Buy Here, Pay Here Super Forum and got to present for the first time. And I did that with Jim.
Right.
My very first presentation with Jim, and it went great. And then I had another presentation the following day. You guys know how nervous I was about it, and it went great. I look forward to doing more. And I've told Bill Elizondo that I'm going to become a great speaker with his help. And I look forward to making accounting fun for the industry.
Yeah. So, Amanda, we got tons of great feedback on that presentation, and a couple of them even liked what I had to say, but they mostly were really glad to have you contribute. But yeah, that was really nice conversation, and look forward to many more of those.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No added pressure that it was also broadcast live.
Yeah.
Well,
that's part of what 2023 is going to look like.
It's going to look like a lot of that with us this next year. So
good. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Russell Moore, welcome to the show.
Texas.
How are you?
Good morning. How are y'all doing today?
Fantastic. It's even better because you're here with us.
Oh, thank you. I've had the pleasure of being on here a couple of times, and my gosh, I thank you and congratulations on your 100th. That's awesome.
Appreciate it. What's been your favorite thing for